Hey everyone, here is a tutorial on how to update your profile in Schoolinks. We're starting here on the dashboard. We're going to click on the Student tab and choose Profile and Resume. That's going to open up a pretty long screen. Starts up here with your name. You can add a preferred name. You can add preferred pronouns. You can add a cover photo, a headline, and objectives. Please remember to keep everything school appropriate. Your homeroom teacher can see everything that you do. We are going to focus our time down here today, and the first thing that we're going to do is double check our story. So our story starts out with all these different goals. From the activities we've done together, you should already have a post-secondary goal, a career goal, a career cluster, and some sort of major or training. We did most of them, 3 of them, when we did the onboarding back in September, and then we did this one more recently. If you want to change any of these, you are welcome to. You just click Change Goals, and then you can come in here, and whatever one you want to change, you can click on it and search or scroll. Once all of your goals are set, you're going to move down to the next section, which is strengths, things you're proud of, and your interests and hobbies. Everyone should be able to put 2 to 3 things in each of these boxes at a minimum. So please set that as a goal for yourself, at least 2 or 3 things in each category. They have them pre-programmed for you, which is really helpful. Should make it a lot easier to brainstorm and choose. For my strengths, when you click the blue Add button, it gives you personality strengths, school strengths, or add your own. So you can customize this as well. I'm just going to go ahead and click a couple of these so you can see an example when it's done. There we go. So now it's changed to show the 3 that I selected. Things I'm proud of, same process, click Add. They've separated it into personal, community, or add your own. Again, I'm going to just randomly click on a couple of these so you can see what it looks like as you go, and it's updated. And then for interests and hobbies, they have creative, other, and sports. I do enjoy golf, baking, and painting. There we go. 3 hobbies. So that's pretty quick, right? Just choosing a couple things about yourself, what you're good at, what you're proud of, and what you're into. That is the My Story section. When you finish My Story, go ahead and scroll down to My Experience. Now, you may have things to put in this section, you may not. 8th graders, you're less likely to have these experiences already, but you may have some. If you're in 11th or 12th grade, you probably have something to put in at least one of these boxes. So any sort of work experience you have, whether it was paid or unpaid, you'll click Add and you'll fill in these boxes. This will turn into a resume for you. It has a resume builder built in. So please be specific. Make sure you're paying attention to your spelling and punctuation, because it will all transfer to a resume template when you get to senior year. So you can fill this in, press save and close. If you have more, you press add again, and you keep filling those in. And again, that's any type of work experience, whether you got paid for it or not. Could include babysitting or volunteering in your community in any sort of way, whether you're at the food bank or something connected with your beliefs, or volunteering Girl Scouts, or anything, literally whatever it is that you're doing that's work goes here. Under here, extracurricular activities and leadership roles. So this could be any sort of clubs that you participate in. If you do any sort of like music or Boy Scouts or anything, if you're a class officer, you'll click here. And again, please be really mindful of spelling, punctuation, and grammar. You'll put the activity name, what your title is, even if it was just member or participant. how many hours a week you did it, what you did, what grade you started in. If you're still doing it, you can leave this blank and then save and close. And that is the experience section. So try to put stuff down if you have stuff in that section, but it's not for sure that everyone will have something in that one. Down here, bragging rights, awards and achievements. We're going to click add, and it asks what award name, when you got it, and what it was for. So that could be something like being recognized by a teacher, or getting an attendance award, or possibly academics, like if you got all A's and B's for the semester. Those are the kinds of things that can go here. For skills, they again have pre-filled in ones for you, which is so helpful. So you can choose different activities, people skills, or academic skills, or again, add your own. Just go ahead and click a couple of these. And then for my languages, we have such a beautifully diverse community here at WAVA. Many of you speak 2 or more languages. These are listed alphabetically. You can list English if you want to, but that one's just sort of already known for most people when they're applying for jobs that they already speak English. So you can put it if you want to or not, but go through here and see if there's any other languages that you speak. Press save, it updates, and then we're down to our last couple sections. Academics, most of you won't have any test scores to put in here. If you're 11th or 12th grade, you may have SAT scores, ACT scores, ASVAB scores for the military, so those could go there if you have them. You can press update and input those. You can also, under education, put your school. We all attend Washington Virtual Academy. Wow, there we go. You can list what you studied, like if you took a certain sequence of CTE classes or something you think would be helpful for you in the workplace, or if you're taking like honors classes or AP, some sort of rigorous classes, you can list those. You can say what year you started, what year you're going to graduate, your GPA if you know it, and then press save, and that will update your education here. Those of you who are attending Running Start, you could put in your Running Start college here as well. And the next section is called My Videos. They've got this great bank of questions, 10 questions that you can answer, and you'll press this record on webcam button and record your answer to these. This is not a requirement, but it is a great opportunity for you to practice your virtual interviewing skills. Lots of jobs do virtual interviews these days, so you can practice having an interview question and what you would answer. No one else sees this besides you and your homeroom teacher, so don't stress about it being published anywhere. It's not like going into a library for other students to watch or anything like that. It's just for you to practice your skills. And then finally, references. I mentioned that eventually when you're a senior, this becomes a resume, and it's common for references to be submitted with a resume, and usually people have 3 professional references, so that means not your family, right? Because your family will hopefully say really nice things about you, so employers are usually looking for someone not related to you. These are people who could speak about what a great person you are, what a hard worker you are, how well you solve problems or manage your time. It could be a teacher, a counselor, or coach. It could be a boss, some sort of professional connection for academics or careers. And for that one, you press Add Reference, and it wants their name, how you know them, and how to contact them. Right, that's the important piece of a reference, is that you're sharing contact info so that whoever you're applying for a job with can actually call that person to talk to them about you. So that's it for the profile activity. I'm going to scroll up slowly so I don't make anyone dizzy. Okay, so again, you have your story, you have your experience, and some people will have things here, some people might not. You have your bragging rights, your academics, where you at least list WABA for education. You have optional videos you can record, and then you have references. So that is the profile. Seniors, you have one last little step. You are going to, at the top, come over here to this teeny tiny little button that looks like a document. When you hover over it, it says Export Resume. You're going to click on that. You're going to fill in your contact information and then download. That will give you a PDF version of your resume, and it will include all the information that you have filled out on your profile.